Hello and welcome to South Florida Bible College. My name is Jessica. I'm the designated school official here at SFBC. And today we're going to go over your first steps as a new international student at SFBC. The International Student Services Department is here to serve you as the international student. Our mission is to provide essential support and meaningful programs for international students and their families, empowering them to achieve their academic, personal, and spiritual goals. Our department is committed to fostering diversity, promoting intercultural understanding, and nurturing a Christ centered community that values and respects cultures from around the world. We have an amazing resource in the ISSD website. You can scan the QR code and access the website. That's going to give you a plethora of information for your time as an international student at SFBC. Now, your first steps. So, I know that there's a lot that you have to do to settle in, but these are the first steps that you need to do here at SFBC in order to get going. So, the first step would be to complete the international information sessions and pass the immigration quiz. So, if you're in this video, you just started watching the information sessions, and at the end of the last video, you're going to take the immigration quiz. Go ahead and save the results of your quiz. You need to get 100 out of 100 because you're going to need that for the immigration check-in. The next step will be to update your address in Populi with your local South Florida address. The third is to complete the international immigration check-in form by uploading the immigration quiz results and the documents that are listed there in the form. The fourth step would be to attend either the EAP if you're enrolled in English for Academic Purposes program, or the college orientation if you're enrolled in an undergrad, grad, or doctoral program, and that is on campus. The fifth, if you haven't done so already, is to register for classes and then confirm your schedule by meeting with the student billing department. And lastly, you'll set up your apps and your email accounts on your either laptop or phone devices. So, step one, the international information session and the immigration check in. All new international students must complete the international information sessions and the immigration check in online, which can be accessed on our website. To complete this information session, you're going to have to do the following. So first, you're going to review the cultural adjustment and health resources videos. Then you're going to watch the academic success and campus life resources videos. And lastly, you're going to review the immigration session video and take the immigration quiz. You do have to score 100% on the quiz in order to upload it in the form. Step two, update your address. So you must report your address at check-in and keep your address updated. All non-US citizens residing in the US are required to update their address within 10 days of any change of address. When you move, you should update your address in Populi by submitting the US address update form. And ISSD will report the change to the Department of Homeland Security and through the CVIS portal. ISSD must have the following information to report to immigration. One would be your local address. So this is where you physically live in South Florida. And two, your permanent address, which is your address from your home country. Step three. So you're going to need to submit the following documents in the immigration check-in form in Populi. The first will be your passport main information page, your F1 visa, or if you did a change of status, the change of status approval notice, your F1 I-20 from SFBC, your I-94, which if you're traveling from your home country into the US with the F1 visa, you're only going to be able to access that after you arrive in the US. And if you have a spouse or any children with you, you're going to also have to scan their documents to submit in the check-in form. So for your address, once these steps are completed, ISSD will process the validation of your CVIS record with Homeland Security Student Exchange Visitor Program, or CVIS, which can take 2 to 3 business days at minimum. After the check-in has been completed and your CVIS record has been validated, you will be notified. So your CVIS record and I-20 are interchangeable. They're the same thing. After CVIS validation, ISSD will be able to process any requested verifications for I-9 processing, for your driver's license, or for social security number applications. All right, step 4, school-wide orientations. Orientation is for all first year and transfer EAP, undergraduate, and graduate students. Both American and international students must attend the SFBC orientation. During orientation, you'll receive a full introduction to SFBC campus, and you'll gain a general understanding of the college departments and their resources. Step 5 is to register for classes. So you must register for full-time classes before the end of drop add week, which is the first week of classes. You could reach out to your academic advisor in Populi to get guidance on the appropriate classes you need to be registered in for that semester. General enrollment requirements are 12 credit hours if you're an undergraduate student, so if you're enrolled in the associate's or the bachelor's program. 9 credit hours minimum for graduate students, so if you're in the master's program, and 6 credit hours for doctoral students. And please note that you can only register for 3 credit hours as online. So only one 3 credit hour course can be counted towards enrollment minimums. Step 6 will be to confirm your schedule. So once you register for classes, your schedule will not be confirmed or secured until you have either paid your balance with Student Billing Office or set up a payment plan or taken any other action to secure your schedule. And you can check your balance by going in your Populi profile and clicking on the Financial tab. Step 7, set up your Populi app. So if you haven't figured it out by now, Populi will be the place where you'll be able to manage your student profile, register for classes, access your class schedule, and access your course dashboards. You can download the Populi app if you have on your phone using the Apple, the App Store, or the Android Play Store. And if you've never logged into Populi, you can follow the step-by-step on logging into your Populi profile for the first time by clicking on the link. You can access this PDF slides in the right above the video. There's a link to download the PDF so that you can click on the link. Step 8, save SFBC's safety and security number. So SFBC's safety and security team has posted their emergency number above all of the classroom doors, and they're able to provide students, staff, and faculty with immediate response in case of an emergency. So it's important that you save this number in your phone, put it in your notebook so that you can have access to it should you need it. So what are your next steps, right? So once you've completed those steps for what you need to do as a student at SFBC, obviously there's many other things you need to do to get settled in South Florida. So let's try to tackle other important steps here like housing, social security number, a driver's license, a bank account, phone account, transportation, and other resources. First off with housing. Most apartments require long-term leases of at least 1 year. So it's common for landlords to require you to pay a deposit, which is equal to 1 month's rent when you sign a lease for an apartment or house, as well as the first and last month of rent upon move-in. Be sure to read through the terms of your lease carefully before signing. And by signing a lease, you're promising to pay the landlord for the entire time listed on the lease. Ending a lease early or violating the lease agreement can cost you the rental deposit. So be very sure of where you're going to move before you make any payments. Step 2, so social security number. You must first have a job or a job offer on campus, and you must have completed check-in and had your CVIS record validated. Have your campus supervisor issue you an employment verification letter on school letterhead. And then once you've received the employment verification letter, you're going to submit that in the Understanding of International Student Employment Eligibility form to ISSD, because then the DSO will verify it and provide instructions on setting your Social Security number appointment. If you have any questions on the Social Security number application process, you can click on the link in the PDF slides. Driver's license. So you should study the Florida driver's manual prior to applying for a license. Students must have at least 160 days remaining on their I-20 in order to be eligible to apply or renew for their license. And the first step is to prepare your Social Security card if you're eligible, or get a Social Security number and eligibility letter. If you don't have a Social Security card, you must do this before requesting a verification letter from ISSD. 2, obtain status verification letter from ISSD. So once you have either the Social Security card or the Social Security denial letter or the ineligibility letter, then you're going to complete a verification letter request with ISSD so that you can obtain the verification of your visa status. This letter is required for F1 students as well as any dependents that are applying for their driver's license. Step 3 is to gather your immigration documents. So besides the verification letter from the DSO, you're going to have to take all of your immigration documents, which includes your I-20, your passport, and your I-94 record. And lastly, you're going to make an appointment online with the driver's license office. You'll need to take both the written and the driving test at the local driver's license office. So opening a bank account. So general documentation that's required to set up a checking account is your passport, your I-20, your I-94 record. If you did a change of status, your change of status approval notice will serve as the I-94 record. Proof of physical address of where you're living, a mailing address if it's the same. If it's different, obviously something to prove the mailing address. The SFBC ID card that you'll receive at orientation, the Florida phone number, and your email address. Obtaining a phone. So cellular phone store locations close to SFBC, there's a whole bunch. Most major wireless phone service providers are available in Deerfield Beach. You can find most of these phone providers at Walmart, Target, and other locations around the city. So I've listed a few different types of phone providers: Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Metro. They all have different ways of going about cellular plans, and you can check with each one and see what's better for you. But I also want to note there's a specialized plan for international students. So there's a few companies that offer specialized no contract plans that are specifically designed for international students and their dependents. So if you click on the PDF slides above, you can click on these links that will lead you to the websites that can tell you exactly how to apply for a SIM card that's geared especially for international students. Transportation. So there's two main train tracks, I guess you would say, here in the East Coast of Florida. The first is Tri-Rail. So Tri-Rail is a commuter rail service linking Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach in Florida. So it's going from Miami all the way up to West Palm Beach in a north-south direction. And so the second is Brightline. Brightline is an intercity rail route in the United States that runs between Miami and Orlando. So it goes further north. It's privately owned. So Tri-Rail is owned by the state of Florida. Brightline is privately owned and operated. And it tends to be a little more expensive, but it is a quicker way to get to Orlando when it comes to public transportation. Campus and community resources. So SFBC Student Life hosts several student activities and events throughout the year, and they create wonderful opportunities for students to connect and enjoy time outside of the classroom. But you can also check out the Great Fort Lauderdale's Visitor Guide. It's an amazing resource for all that's great about South Florida, and take advantage of all the sunny beaches that we have around us. So that's the end of this presentation, and I will see you in the next video.